Obviously I'm always controversial, but this topic is about why don't I go to church? Okay. So for me, when I was younger, this is the crazy thing. When I was younger and my best friend invited me to her church, she was Christian. I remember being in the car with my mom and telling her that I got invited to church. And I remember like blatantly like getting mad at her and saying, "How come you never told me about God?" Like I was so mad at her. Okay, so I was like 8 or 9 years old. And mind you, I was super spiritual when I was younger because at that age, right before I even started going to the church, I would literally be in my room by myself and I would like mourn my life. Like I knew when I was younger, at the age of 8, that I was going to die and that I was going to leave my family behind. Like the family that I have here, right? Like my mom, my dad, my brothers, and all that. I literally was a little girl and I would cry because I knew that when this life was over, that I was going to disconnect from them. So I was mourning this life even as a young girl. Like I knew what I was getting myself into, right? So sadly, I didn't have a lot of like leaders around me to teach me a lot of these spiritual gifts. And there's mosquitoes out here, so if you see me moving a lot, sorry. I didn't have like anybody that was really insightful to teach me things, right? I had people around me that tried witchcraft and stuff like that, but that is not my cup of tea. So why I don't go to church is because people don't realize that the churches are actually spiritual hubs, right? Like not for you to become enlightened, but it is to hold the people down into a low enough frequency that their God is the leader and the only one king, right? So you're a servant. When you follow a religion, when you follow a God, you're a servant, you're a slave. You're meant to just serve, right? When you break out of that, you become like whole. You become infinite, you become limitless. But church and religion keeps you down. It keeps you in a mindset of ignorance, to be honest, because what you're doing is you're choosing one book and one God, and you're saying that the rest of them are not correct, that the rest of them are wrong, that the rest of them are not as good as yours, right? So you're already like deflecting what the rest of the knowledge can teach you. You're already denying the totality of it all. You're denying that all of these other sacred books actually have something meaningful to learn. And what they did is they divided the knowledge up. They gave you a god, an eidolon, an archon, right? An image of a god. They gave you that. They gave you incomplete books. They gave us all of this rewritten knowledge that was going to make sure that we didn't fly up above where they want us to be. Because if we are infinite, boundless, limitless, right, highly intelligent, highly connected, they can't stop you. They can't control you. They can't make money off of you. So that's why I don't do the religion thing. That's why I don't do the church thing. And, I've been walking this talk for a long time, but it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized like how to really traverse my triggers, traverse my programming, anything negative that would come out of me. I had to really traverse it, change it, um, raise the frequency, and hold that frequency long enough. Now, everyone's talking about exposure, everyone's talking about all this stuff that's going on. As of recently, I feel like I'm in a new reality. Like I am walking both worlds, right? I am walking the limitless, the infinite, the one that you can go into your dream body, you can do all these crazy things, you can see beyond the veil. I'm living that and I can still be here. Like I can still live and maintain this life where I have to deal with people all the time who are just not always on point. They're not connected, they're not spiritually aware. Some people are fucking rude, they're narcissistic, they're controlling, they're jealous, they're insecure. All of those low frequencies are still here, and I still deal with them, and I don't react to them in a negative way. I don't react the way I used to. You know, if people knew me back in the day, you knew I would pop off like right away. You could not, if you triggered me, you would see me react. And now it's like not even like that. Like I've been able to create miracles in my life and all of this like really good stuff. There's a fucking mosquito. But yeah, so I've been on here for a few minutes. Only one person jumped on. I'm sorry if I'm gonna cut you off right now, but I gotta go because I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. So hopefully you see this. You can go down to my live archives, and that's where you'll see this video being posted. Bye, guys.